Hello guys, so August 21 Monday's editorial. So today we have two interesting articles. One is about the frequent plane crashes, or maybe the pilots are not fit and not given proper resting time for the pilots, and that kind of issues are discussed in detail. So movie also has come based on that, so we'll discuss that and I'll show you all the headlines. But another thing which is not there in the editorial today, but it may come in the coming days, Russia's moon mission failed. Okay, Russia's Luna 25, which they was celebrated, and they did that. It was unfortunately it crashed, meaning what happened to our Chandrayaan 2 last time, that in the last minute when it was landing, it lost communication. It just went and crash landed on the moon, or somewhere else it went away. That communication was lost. So that happened with regard to Russia's Luna 25. So it's a very sad thing. And if you see USA and Europe and all, they are celebrating actually, because already they have put sanctions on Russia, and they are against Russia now. So Ukraine, Europe and even the America, they are celebrating. They are tweeting very, very negative things about this. So it's a very sad thing. Also in the next 2 days, our Chandrayaan 3 is going to land. So hopefully we will land properly now, because last time we have already learned this lesson and we have corrected the things, and it will be live streamed in ISRO website. You should all see it live. You should see it, I think 6:30 or 6 o'clock day after tomorrow. Okay, so we'll also give updates on that. And if you take a comparison of Chandrayaan 3 and Luna, that also I'll show you. Chandrayaan 3's update is, if you see, July 14 we launched it, and August 1 it came to the orbit. The pictures I'll show you. And then August 17 it separated from the lander module, and August 23 now it is probable that it will land safely and properly. Okay. So initially it was planned for I think 2 weeks of surveying the moon or something, but now a lot of fuel is left. So we're assuming that for many months or even 1 year it will be able to do the analysis on the moon surface. Okay, that is the updates. Now we have to wait and see for the launch, because last time till this point we were successful. After that, when we were landing only, we crashed. Okay, so here if you see the comparison between Chandrayaan 3 and Luna 25, the two moon missions of India and Russia. So Luna was kind of a faster mission, you can tell. They launched it much later. We launched it in June itself. These people launched it much later, on August 10th now only, and within 1 week it quickly reached there. And it was if you see the orbit also, it's different. Ours is 4 or 5 times a loop. We will go around our Earth in an elliptical orbit, then slowly it will go to the moon's orbit, and then slowly it will small and down and become a circular orbit. Then we will land. It's a very lengthy process because of our fuel saving methodology and cost saving methodology is like that. But Russia was instantly take 1 round of Earth and then immediately go to the moon's thing there also 1 round and go and land. So that 1 week operation, something would have gone wrong, that it went and crashed. Okay, Russia is kind of number one along with USA when it comes to space missions. They were the first one to send a person to space and other things. Those days space race used to happen. Okay, Yuri Gagarin was the world's first man to go to space. Valentina Tereshkova was the first woman to go to space. Everything is from Russia. I think the first dog also they sent. Everything they sent. After USA then did 1969, we went to the moon, which is now even now debatable, because if they could have gone once, why till now they couldn't send another person? So that is still debatable. But they then made the moon thing. Okay, 1969. After that, the space war and all, little bit it reduced, and then because every countries then became independent, everybody started their space missions by that time. So USA, Russia's that limelight went away. Okay, but these are the historical things which you should know. And so here now, if you see, as I told, the Luna 25 has crashed, and now we are waiting for Chandrayaan 3, which is expected on August 23 to land. We are hoping that it will land properly, and 99.99% it will land properly this time. Okay, because something, when we do mistake once, we will obviously do the corrections for it in the second time. So hopefully Chandrayaan 3 will do good, and Russia also hopefully will come with some Luna 26 and do their mission also successfully next time. Okay, so we can hope for that, because we should not feel wrong for anything. Okay, these countries who are good. Okay, if Pakistan is doing something wrong, we can always tell, because it's already a failed state. Okay, they are not capable of even thinking of doing all these things. Okay, they can't even enter border from one country to another, leave thinking about going in the orbit and all. So that is a failed state. But these kind of Russia and all, who have done lots already in science and technology, they should be we should support them, okay, in their bad times. So now we'll look the articles for today. First one is Congress Party. I told you yesterday is Sadbhavana Divas, Rajiv Gandhi's birthday. So they had their Congress internal meetings and all, and they always have a dummy person who will be this one also, the party president, even though who runs the party. So that related their updates, not at all useful for any exam, unless you are a very Congress favoring person. You can read that for your interest. Okay, here it is local news. I don't know why this side of the page they have put local news. It's Tamil Nadu, one caste related attacks which happen around the country, that one article is mentioned here. Usually local news comes in the right side, but here it has come local news, very small news. There's no much detailing there. Okay, it's a caste issue going on there. Then here if you see the pilot crashes issue, that I will explain in detail, and then this also we'll explain in detail. That is the science and tech. Okay, you know, generative AI, that is this chatbot things, the chat GPT and many other Googles also own chat GPT kind of thing is there, where you now it's very easy. Okay, you type something and immediately the full like answer will come. Okay, even chat GPT tried giving the UPSC exam paper also. It failed actually, but still it is capable of doing things which usually other robots or machines could not do. Okay, so it's like an extreme or the latest level of artificial intelligence, you can tell. So about that little bit merits and demerits we will discuss. Then here it's about the irrigation, the water scarcity, and August was a dry month in certain places and such things, and it is taken from RBI's one document. Okay, RBI's one August bulletin is there, agriculture dependency on monsoon rainfall in India. There is a report. Based on that they have put some graphs, not useful for your exam. Here local news, today it's about Himachal Pradesh. You know, their flooding is happening. The capital city Shimla, where even right from Britishers time it used to be like a summer capital and all, and everybody used to have guest houses and things and all there. So it's a very important place, but problem is there is lot of infrastructural problems. Okay, and also IPCC, the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, they have put out a report telling Indian Himalayan states and Indian coastal states are going to have a lot more severe climatic events. Okay, it can be floods, it can be cyclones, it can be tsunamis. Many things are going to happen in the coming days. So these are just a beginning. Okay. And infrastructure, as I told, the buildings and the houses they have built like near the water sources, they have built like over the hot springs there and all. It's like very, very bad or poor city planning they have done. Actually, the city planning unit is not even working on that. It is still working on the old British related some town planning model, which is not in line with India's other cities. That is why Shimla's cities is one of the most poorly planned cities. That is what the author has written here. Okay, and some terms are there like Bauris, they are written natural springs in the article. So this much only I felt is important for you. Other than that, don't waste your time on this. Okay, then there is paddy cultivation also there in the new Shimla region, and there also, you know, water logging is there, and there if you build buildings and all, obviously the foundation will not be strong. Okay, so such related certain things are mentioned here. And then here if you see the this thing, okay, the criminal laws, then is the next one. Okay, here one more last line, Shimla development plan is there, as I told, it's poor and it is pending before the Supreme Court also now. So the criminal laws already IPC, it's IPC, okay, IPC, CRPC and the Indian Evidence Act is now renamed to some Hindi namings, Bharatiya, this thing and all. It's only the name which is Hindi, the complete text is in English only, but that, you know, people will not like it, they will call it Hindi imposition, and so debates are happening. And so author is telling that in Article 348 of the Constitution, it is clearly written that the authoritative text of any law or any act which is passed by the Parliament or the state legislature should be in English language. It is clearly written. Then why do you have a Hindi name like Bharatiya something Sakshya, Bharatiya Samhita? So these words and all, some people will not be able to pronounce if they are maybe not knowing Hindi. Okay, maybe in the northeast some states may be there, maybe in the south some people will be there who don't know to read Hindi or don't understand Sanskritized Hindi. For them it may be difficult. Okay, so but the Home Minister is telling back that you are reading only Article 348. There is an Article 351 also, which is told in the thing like it is the duty of the Union to promote Hindi language and the spread of Hindi as a medium of expression, because Hindi is the most spoken language in the country. Okay, same like in the world, anywhere we go we speak English. Okay, we go to France or Spanish or any place we go, we try to speak in English and they will understand it and they will accept it. They will not always shout at you like speak in Spanish. Okay, but in India the state language problem is there since, you know, independence time. Based on linguistic criteria, as one of the criteria, we have divided our states also. So it happened, you know, Andhra broke away and Tamil Nadu separated, Kerala separated, Punjab and Haryana separated based on Punjabi and Hindi or Haryanvi. So state, religion, language, all are very, very sensitive issues in our country. So it's a debate, it will keep going on, and hopefully this law anyway is not passed. So this is now with the committee, they will be discussing. So hopefully they will suggest that change the title also, change the title to something English name, or keep two names, English and Hindi. Okay, because English name should be there, because this is not like only for UPSC students, it's for the judges, the lawyers, everybody has to use this. Okay, till now you were telling, okay, IPC section 395. Tomorrow onwards will you tell like Bharatiya Samhita, this thing section 320. This much long names nobody will tell. Okay, even if you make short form BNS something, it doesn't look good. So make an English name also for that. That hopefully will be an update which comes when the by the time it becomes an act. Okay, that time we'll discuss again. Now no need to discuss too much on this article. Now 2024 test series officially begins today. People would have got the welcome email. They would have got the first test PDF to read today. So if you are not enrolled, by chance you inquired with me and then by chance you forgot the last date or something, please come and ask today itself. Don't delay. Okay, don't miss out something like a 1 year timetable, because the number of days matters. It's not like SSC exam where in 3 months you can buy hard some materials and go. This one needs dedicated 1 year studies. Okay, so it's a self-study plan only. We give you weekly test PDF. So if you want it, come and WhatsApp me immediately. And if you don't want the full thing, you can enroll to current affairs also, which monthly you will get the June, July, August, like that PDFs you will get. So this will have complete hundreds of MCQs and notes and everything in one single PDF, which you can read and learn. Okay, so that is kind of sufficient to cover for any exam, not only UPSC. Okay, you watch our editorial videos, that is one thing, and you get these PDFs, your studies will look almost complete. Okay, and combo packs are also there, 3 years, 5 years, 2 years. It's all your choice. Come and WhatsApp me and we can take it forward. Okay, in my WhatsApp, if you are there, I know you already know all these things because I keep putting statuses and all these things. In Instagram also we post, but still there are some people who look only YouTube. For those people I'm telling you. Okay, now again we'll see the articles one by one. If you see this movie scene also, for a brief time the pilot is like a god to the passengers. Okay, so pilot is a very important role. It's not like other jobs. When you think about job, you will think like a very nice stylish job, full uniform, suit, boot, cooling glass, everything is there, and it's like very like high class job you feel. Okay, very sophisticated job you feel, and it's like huge salary, everything. You get a positive vibe when you see pilots, but the pressure they go through, okay, the jet lags, the sleeping time and all, because you know, suppose from India to USA you have to go, it's like around I think 24 hours flight. Okay, 16 hours plus anyway it's there, the flight. So that much you did, and after that, suppose without giving proper rest to them, like only you gave 4 hours rest and tell, okay, take the next flight. That is completely wrong. As per international world standards, I think it's double the time. Meaning you take an 8-hour flight, then at least 16 hours rest should be given until you are given the next. But that is not being followed in India. Because of that, lot of pilots are even getting heart attacks in the plane while they are in the plane, or maybe they are crashing the plane. Okay, so many disasters are happening. So that is clearly explained in this movie, which is based on a true story, Runway 34. It's a good courtroom drama, you can tell. Not the normal court, it's related to those pilot people and all. So this one you can go and watch. It's I think in Amazon Prime it will be there. It's a very good movie. I always tell, most of your studies can happen through movies itself, especially history or international relations and politics and all. There are many movies. Okay, in my spectrum I would have told you at least 30 movies. Okay, these movies are not like Bhagat Singh, Sardar Patel, Ambedkar. You watch that, it's equivalent to reading full biography on that person. Okay, so please do all this. If you are very serious of becoming an IAS, meaning Indian Administrative Service, you want to serve the people, you want to know this country and all, do that. Others who just want to somehow get the government bungalow and car and simply want that for power, you pass the exam however. Okay, it doesn't matter, because anyway your intention is different. You love India, you want to do something for India, you want to know about India and all. Learn through movies also. Okay, learn through articles, learn through things around you. Okay, patriotism cannot be forced on someone. It has to be within from inside, it has to be generated. Now this article, October 12, 1976, an Indian Airlines Caravel flight. Okay, Caravel you can tell like Boeing, it's a company. Okay, Caravel type plane flight from Bombay to Madras. It crashed shortly after it take off from Bombay. Okay, and emergency landing it tried, and all 95 passengers died. Engine caught fire. So last words, there will be a box in that from which you can recover all the last dialogues and last talkings which happened there. So in that, the last voice they heard was, he was feeling sleepy. The pilot was feeling sleepy. Okay, even the co-pilot could not do it, and they all died. Okay, so he actually that morning only, he had completed a Boeing ride. Okay, Boeing is a different plane. Boeing ride from Bombay to Delhi. Okay, and back. And then in office he spent for a few hours, and immediately he is taking the next flight. Okay, in between they had tried arranging another plane and another thing and all, but 2 Boeings had some complaint, so they could not do, and finally this person had to fly it. Okay. This is internationally wrong. The guidelines wise, it is completely wrong. Also the operating procedure. Okay, it's not like everybody who can ride a truck can ride a jeep also, or a car also. There will be some differences in that. So that operating procedure of the plane, the mechanisms, electronics, gears, everything is different for the Caravel and the Boeing. Okay, so that should not be allowed, as per the court also told that time. And the regulators, when they checked, actually this pilot has the licenses that he can do Boeing and land caravel, but still as per international guidelines it should not have been done. So this is a very drastic tragic event which happened in 1976. Now again, recent in the last few years or decades, the many cases happened. Like if you see cardiac arrest, okay, one of the pilot of Indian origin flying for an airline in West Asia had cardiac arrest. Another pilot in a major private airline in India collapsed and died at the boarding gate in Nagpur, okay, just before the flight, and then I think co-pilot took care of it. Then a third incident involved a pilot on a Latin American airline flight from Miami to Santiago, Chile, who collapsed on the flight and where the co-pilot had to land. So like this, multiple events are happening across the thing. If you see 10 years ago, another pilot passed away as he stepped out of the simulator after training. Okay, after training, for training you have a simulator, meaning a fake environment which you create which looks like the actual one, and there inside that also, because of the difference in the maybe everything, pressure, the everything, he had suffered. Okay, he passed away. So do airline managements and aviation regulator in India understand the importance of fatigue and sleep deprivation? Are profits and passenger numbers the only important factor in the airline business? Did not a loss of over 150 lives in the Air India Express crash at Mangalore, which happened in 2010, stir the conscience of all those involved? Meaning, these are questions our author is asking. Are these many not examples enough? Or do you care about only profit and number of passengers? Don't you care about this thing and all? Then they are telling the stakeholders, Supreme Court, Ministry of Civil Aviation, Director General of Civil Aviation, DGCA, airlines, these all are the stakeholders who should come together and decide and follow the international laws. So author is not happy and they are questioning these people. Okay, India has one of the worst set of rules on flight and duty, time limitations and the resting period. Okay, the people who drafted these laws has no idea or the risk. They are just drafting on paper, okay, flight after flight after flight, or the resting time and all this poorly drafted. Okay, and they're telling, refer to some chapter of this book of Pilot Fatigue and the Regulation of Airline Schedule in Post-War Britain. That publication you should read and follow the guidelines. And again they're telling in Nagpur, like it was like before the flight he collapsed, so another one could take care. But in Mangalore it happened, in another place it happened. Don't you learn things from these kind of things? Okay, and you have to also check whether this co-pilot is some junior pilot or something, or co-pilot have the proper experience level and competence. Okay, because this is the case, means both the pilots should be equally like experienced. Okay, a senior pilot should be there, not like some junior you have to put for namesake. Airlines will claim that all their pilots are well trained and meet minimum standards. Okay, this author himself is actually pilot. Okay, so he tells this, everyone will claim our pilots are the best, they are trained with all the standards, everything, but they are telling it's just a box ticking exercise. Meaning in checklist you will tell, okay, good pilot, slept enough, did not drink before the flight. Everything is simply checkbox only. There is no proper things happening in any flight. That is what the author is telling. Okay, so International Civil Aviation Organization, ICAO, its annexure and all is telling, if you compare our laws with their law, we are actually in a very dangerous situation. We are not following most of the things. Okay, then there is a minimum total cockpit time. Okay, meaning how much time you will be in the plane, in the driving seat or the driving position. There's a minimum time you have to follow. Okay, so for both the pilots together. So we are not following it. So there are authors asking, can the DGCA and airlines in India meet these numbers? Can we go in sync with the world standards? So I would like to highlight a phrase also is telling, which one of the investigator, when a France one plane crashed, Air France in Canada in 2005, he told, humans are humans, they are not machines. Okay, so that he quoted. So you can also quote when this kind of mains answer you are writing, or you can tell this interview questions you are answering. Okay, so the number of landings a pilot performs during his duty period adds to his fatigue level. Meaning, as I told, he go to Bombay to Delhi, Delhi to Bombay, then again Bombay to Madras. These many up and down. You are like normal pressure and temperature, then again in that much height, again another air pressure and temperature. So your heartbeats and all. Normal human beings, I think it's 60 to 90 beats per minute, and here it may reach up to 240 beats and all sometimes. Okay, so that and all is very wrong thing. Also, there will be a fast sugar depletion level when you are in different atmospheres. Okay, your troposphere, your higher troposphere and all. So accidents are, when you investigate, always it's coming that it is because of this only, frequent landing, or the pilot is repeatedly working. That is why it is happening. So it's a very urgent matter, because else precious life will be lost. Also there is this 5 seconds, 15 seconds micro sleep condition. By mistake you sleep off, jet lag and all those things. By mistake you sleep off in the flight. These are all causes of accidents which, as per the different inquiries, it has come out. Now the comparison also, you should not put everybody in same category, like the ground staff, the people who put fuel in the plane, the people who load luggage in the plane, the air hostess, the pilot, everybody are different. You should not put the same rules for them. Also, the ground staff actually has more advantage. They have 2 days like Saturday, Sunday, maybe holiday. They will get another public holidays, national holidays, everything. But the flying people, they are getting only 1 day off, meaning there is a staff shortage. Same people they are using again and again to save the money or whatever reasons it will be. They don't have proper annual leaves and anything. So a safe airline should ideally give 2 days off and proper resting period between the flights. Like I told, double 8 hours you fly, then 16 hours rest, then only the next flight. Okay, minimum. So DGCA should look into it. You should learn from this Mangalore and Kozhikode accidents which happened in 2015 and 20. And also when we checked that time also what happened, the pilots were on medications. They are having different medicines and all which may have side effect. But these and all nobody is checking. Are you had any medication 24 hours before flying? Many things are there. So this and all, sooner India understands, the better it will be for our safety. That is the article. Okay. So now next one, I told you the chatbots or the chat GPT and the this thing, artificial intelligence things. So Jugalbandi chatbot, this is actually a name of something which Microsoft is doing through their chat GPT in rural India. Okay, so that and all I will teach you. So chatbot basically means what? It's a computer program that uses this artificial intelligence, the new technology, to imitate a conversation with a human. Okay, meaning you can ask, no, computer will act as a human or better than a machine at least. You can ask something, they will give you proper answers, better than Google results and all. Sometimes they'll give you better things. Okay, full essay they'll give you, full answer they'll give you. Anything you want, you type, it will come as answer. Okay, so even not only voice, image, video recognition, everything is there. So that it can be basic, like you see some websites and all, you go, even some coaching class website you go immediately one chat box will open up. And then it's not human there. Okay, like in at least Vysh IAS, it's like WhatsApp, I am messaging you one by one. But there you will see like, okay, you put a hi, then a default message will come. Then hello, another message will come. It's like a default scripted thing, it is there. So computer is doing that. So that is low level of that. So high, that level to high level where a real interaction you will get, that is called chatbot or artificial intelligence. Now, types of AI also, a little bit only. I am not going into too much technical details because for UPSC you don't need all this. Okay, so machine learning is there, then deep learning is there, then the neural network is there. Machine learning means the machine itself is learning based on the data it has, based on the past records, documents, history and all. It is learning, so it will become smarter and smarter. Deep learning is a type of machine learning, but it starts to imitate humans in a little way. The robots and all which you see, robots are listening to humans and then understanding and doing something. Now the latest is this neural network where directly it is the most efficient, you can tell. Directly the human nerves and neurons, how it works and gets answers. Same thing the computer will generate now. That is artificial intelligence. You can try ChatGPT and all. I think paid version will be there. You can go and, or free version will be there. You can go and try it, download it and see, and you put something, they'll give a proper full answer to you. Okay. So in future, even, website creations and all, to make a website now, it takes little effort. Coders do some coding and this thing and all. But now AI has website making tools which in 30 seconds will make a website for you. You don't have to do anything. Just put your requirement. I need it for a coaching class. I need yellow color theme. I need 4-5 tabs. Just type your requirement there. They will itself make it in 30 seconds and give you the website. Okay, that level machines are replacing most of the human jobs and things and all. So these are different levels in AI, and in my science and tech playlist, ma'am has already explained all these technical part of it. Okay, so please watch that AI related series. This again just pictures from Google I have taken, like image recognition, speech recognition, chatbot, language generation, sentiment analysis. All these are applications of your AI. Okay, so this one again, you just pause and see the coding programs. They are given Python, TensorFlow, Java, this and all. As UPSC students, I don't think it's useful for you, but just as a because we're covering an article, I'm showing you some pictures before, because in Hindu there is no much details. Okay, the basics I'm telling you first itself. So ChatGPT is actually open AI. It is part of Microsoft, you can tell, and then Google has its own Bard, you can tell, or Bard, which is based on the Lambda. Okay, so Lambda, Bard, anything UPSC asks you in prelims, it's a Google's this kind of thing. Okay, chatbot kind of thing. So basic details you can just pause and see. It's not again not necessary, but still you can pause and see. And then Jugalbandi, which I told, the ChatGPT powered one thing is going to come in our app, like Jugalbandi app. In that, what you can do is the Indian people can, suppose the results, everything is in English only in their internet. You ask in your local language, the machine will understand it, app will understand it, it will find out the answer, get the English answer, translate it to you back to your language and give you the results. Okay, because in internet, you know, everything will not be typed in maybe Haryanvi language or Bhojpuri language. It will not be there, but you ask in your language. This machine is now capable of reading the English content which is there on the internet and translating it to you in your local language and giving back to you. That is the Jugalbandi app, which is powered by chatbot, Microsoft chatbot they are trying to do. Okay. So if you see, generative AI revolution is upon us and will potentially unleash a wave of technology and social change. Okay, so this full thing is called large language models. These kind of chatbots is called large language models, and it is like predicted to add $2.6 to $4.4 trillion annually to the global economy. Okay, so everybody is going to be behind this, and it is going to boom in economy. Okay, so now this Jugalbandi I already told you. So this Jugalbandi will now democratize access to information and improve the economic well-being of millions of people. Okay, or India means you're going to billions of people it will be. So this is just one of the service, one of the few services which this LLM can offer. Now, along with the good things, there are many risks also. There are many negative also, because Microsoft, Google and all, maybe they will follow standards. They will have some criteria, some documents, some this will be there. Okay, guidelines which they follow. But there are some bad actors who will make fake websites, who will make fake information, fake knowledge. They will take other people's pictures and misuse it. Many things can happen. So misinformation, disinformation, security hack, fraud, hate speech, shaming, everything can happen. Okay, and they're given a lot of examples, like the Pentagon building in USA, the one of the biggest building. Now Gujarat, even bigger building has come. Biggest office building was Pentagon till date. Now Gujarat's that diamond business people have made a big building. So Pentagon's burning image was there, and then because of that, when suddenly it went viral, stock market and all crashed. Okay, so that is one example. Then fake Twitter and Instagram accounts are there who is influencing politics. Okay, and there is this cloned AI voices, like when you sometimes call comes, right, some robotic voice asking you like credit cards or any OTP and these things, and also fake such cloned voices are coming, which is even driving people to suicide. In Belgium, one suicide case happened. Then in Turkey, elections are being influenced, and in the coming days, you know, USA, India, EU, UK, Indonesia are having their national election. Okay, the main election, all country election is happening in India, you know, 2024. So at this point of time, if somebody wants to misuse this AI and influence the voters or get more votes and all, it can happen. So these are the negative things which you have to list in your answer if a question comes on AI and its merits and demerits. Okay. So policymakers are aware of this, and they know that AI tools can misrepresent people. They can create false information. So they are working on it. Okay, they have a lot of proposals also, but as of now, author is telling nothing looks promising. Nothing is going to solve the issues which is there. Okay, a common regulatory proposal is to require all the digital assistants or the chatbots to self-identify. Meaning, one thing they are telling is something called identity assurance framework. Okay, identity assurance framework is the first point they are telling, that everything should be linked to an identity. For example, India has an Aadhaar. An Aadhaar we are linking everywhere, so that anything is there, double check, they will ask you the Aadhaar. They will ask you an OTP which comes into your phone only. So if you have something, whenever you use something digitally, if you have a proper identification verification thing, a nationally accepted one, then it can reduce the fake things. Okay, because nobody can cheat you, because ultimately if somebody try to misuse your bank account, misuse your PAN card, something, OTP, without OTP it won't work, and the OTP will come only in your phone which is with you. Okay, so that way things can be solved. That is one suggestion by the author, identity assurance framework. Okay, and the other one they are telling, criminalize, put like lot of criminal laws. You put like, okay, if you do something, then you will be put in jail for 10 years. But do you think the hackers and all care about this? They won't care. So that's why the author is telling, the simply regulating or simply putting punishments is not enough. It is not going to work in the future. Okay, and as I told, established companies will follow rules, but the bad people will be bad people only. They will continue hacking. They will continue doing everything. Okay, so regulation is necessary but not sufficient. A broader approach should be considered. Okay, then they have done a study in Harvard School, and there they proposed this identity assurance framework, which I told, okay, like emerging countries and everybody has some identity, and they will tell about India's example also. They're telling more than 50 countries now have issued digital identity, like your UPI is there. Many things are there where you are full-time in digital wallets, you are doing everything digitally. So you should link it with your this thing also, you should link it with something like Aadhaar, which is there in India. European Union is going to make something like the Aadhaar, which we already have. European Union is trying to do. Okay, European Union is trying to establish a new identity standard for all their citizens. So this and all, but it will take 1 decade at least to come in every country. So it is one thing. Now, second thing he's telling, one is I told you identity assurance framework. Second one is information integrity. Okay, one is about the safety, one is about the authenticity of the data. So he's telling credibility of the data comes how? By 3 pillars. First is source validation. From where did this data come? Who is publishing it? Can that person be trusted? Second one, the content integrity. Okay, meaning verify that whether this content which came is tampered, is edited, or is it like fake, or is the original how the author published, is it like that? That is second one. Third one is the information validity. Now, okay, author is good, source is good, the content is not tampered, content came, but is the content correct? Did the original author put the correct content? Okay, so that fact checking kind of thing, which even now, you know, in Facebook, Instagram and all, if you put anything wrong, immediately they are blocking your page for 24 hours and all. It happens with us also, because something we post may become controversial. Even Manipur issue, one photo when I posted, our Instagram page was blocked for I think 24 hours. So that is the fact checking, or something which is like hurting sentiments or national security and all. It is now taken care by big companies at least. So this is the 2 points. One is identity assurance framework, one is information integrity. Okay, so neither of this one are easy, because identity assurance means what? You have to bring Aadhaar like kind of thing. But you know, in India, it's already debate. Privacy issue, government is surveillance, like looking at us all the time. Then what about our civil liberty, security? We want to stay anonymous. Many things are there. So it is very difficult to bring that Aadhaar kind of identity assurance. Second one is what? Information integrity. So again, that one, how will you find out, okay, the data and all these things, because censoring happens and many things are there. And also, if the author, how will you tell, okay, this author is believable? A person who used to tell truth can start telling lies also, no? So how will you define who is telling the truth? So both are very difficult to achieve. Even though author suggested, he is telling both are difficult to achieve. Okay, so there should be a balancing between the 2 pillars, and we must recognize that each nation's value may differ. Okay, like what is like private for one country may not be private for the other country. Okay, so that kind of differences are also there. But if a larger framework, if United Nations or somebody come and make a proper guidelines and all, maybe everybody can follow. So it is up to the global leaders' responsibility that you have a secure and safe development of this generative AI. Okay, when you're running behind technology, you should look about the safety factor also. So we need to reimagine our safety assurance paradigm and build a trust framework to ensure global identity assurance and information integrity. Okay, so beyond regulations, we need to engineer our online safety as well. So this is how they have ended. So that ending line and all, you can use this exact lines if you put in your answer when it comes to artificial intelligence, which surely one question will come in your GS3 mains. Surely one question will come on AI. Okay, this year it will come. So that time you should use these kind of lines. Okay, so now if you want to enroll to current affair packs and all, up to 5 years individual packs are there, and also the combination of these things is there, which is like 2 years, 5 years, 3 years. Please come and WhatsApp me immediately, because offers are ending. After that, please don't ask for any more offers or installments. It won't be there. Okay, so please contact me immediately. The goodies we'll announce on October 2. Test series, I already told you, we will be closing. It's already closed. It started now. The tests have started. So still, if you missed, please come and WhatsApp me. So thank you and have a nice day.